My friend set me up on a blind date. Now we are planning the second date. I didn't even want to go. If it were up to me, I would have stayed home in pajamas, rewatching comfort shows and pretending I didn't care that everyone else seemed to be in love. But my best friend Mia wouldn't let it go. "You've been single for 3 years," she said. "You're not unlucky. You're stubborn. Just go." So I went. It was supposed to be a blind date at this small cafe downtown. Soft lights, warm music, the kind of place where love stories look possible. I got there 10 minutes early, then 20 minutes passed, then 30. I checked my phone. No message. I felt stupid, like I should have known better. I grabbed my bag and stood up, ready to leave. And that's when the cafe door burst open. A man stumbled in, soaked from head to toe, not just a little wet, completely drenched. Mud splashed up his jeans. His white shirt clung to him like he'd fallen into a lake. His hair was dripping and he looked equal parts embarrassed and panicked. The entire cafe turned to stare. He scanned the room desperately until his eyes landed on me. "Are you—" He caught his breath. "Emma?" I blinked. "Yes?" "I am so sorry," he said. "A car drove through a puddle and basically baptized me. I tried to run, slipped, and made it worse." I shouldn't have laughed, but I did. And he smiled, even though he looked like a disaster. "I completely understand if you want to leave," he said. "I'd leave me too." Something about that, the honesty, the lack of ego, made me sit back down. "Go dry off," I said. "I'll give you 5 minutes." He came back wearing a borrowed cafe apron over his shirt, hair pushed back, still slightly muddy but trying, and we started talking. At first it was small things, work, hobbies, travel dreams. But then the conversation deepened. We talked about failed relationships, about feeling like you're always almost chosen, about wondering if love just wasn't meant for you. 2 hours passed without either of us noticing. The cafe staff began stacking chairs. I realized I hadn't checked my phone once. When we finally stepped outside, the rain had stopped. The streets glistened under the city lights. He looked at me, suddenly nervous again. "I promise," he said softly. "If there's a second date, I'll show up dry." I smiled. "I kind of like that you didn't." He blinked. "Really?" "Yeah," I said. "You showed up anyway." There was something beautiful about that. Not perfect, not polished, just real. He walked me to my car, and before I got in, he asked, "So, can I take you somewhere that doesn't involve puddles next week?" I pretended to think about it. "Only if you're 5 minutes early." He laughed. And as I drove home, I realized something. Maybe love doesn't arrive perfectly dressed. Maybe sometimes it shows up soaked, muddy, and late, and you decide to give it a chance anyway. We set the second date for Friday. And this time, I hoped it would rain.